mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad.
Well, welcome home, family.
Welcome home.
Beautiful, beautiful family.
Beautiful.
It is your mom and dad. And I have arrived back from Canada just for all of you so that I could recap, if I could be here for this recap of the Women Tell All. I canceled my dental surgery so I could be here. Well, that's not true. That had to do more with the flight. But we can just pretend, because it's partially true for all of you, my dear family members, so that
That's
I
a
could
classic
be
kind
here.
of mom and dad move too, to make you feel bad about something like that.
Yes, a total
To be like, oh, I'm glad your birthday worked out because I did cancel my dental appointment to make your birthday. And you're like, I didn't even want you to be there in the first place. Well, I did move my whole thing, but that's fine. I'm just so happy that I could help you.
Oh, sweet family members. Yeah, I am so happy that I could be here, and I flew here very quickly, very inconveniently from Canada, which I would have preferred to stay in Canada. And I also canceled my very necessary dental surgery, and it's your fault, but it's because I love all of you like full gas.
Except it was a parent. If it was parents, it'd be like, I canceled my nail appointment for your birthday. But that's what we do for those we love.
I had my hair appointment booked for months and months, and I canceled it for you.
So I guess we'll see when Janine has time again. We'll see. Hopefully this next decade, I'll be able to get my hair again done. But I love you, sweetheart. I'm just happy to be here.
I'm so happy to be
No wine.
here.
Interesting.
Oh, you don't have wine here at the hospital while you're giving birth?
I'll go get some wine, I guess. Yeah. You're giving birth. And she's like, no wine?
No wine here.
Is there
for
catering?
me?
Is there like anything? The cafeteria sucks. I knew they shouldn't have done it at this hospital. Jerry, this is classic. We should have called Craig over at the Memorial Hospital. He would have taken care of this. Is classic. These young kids, they just never plan.
Typical of our daughter. She never does anything right. She's never organized.
She's very unorganized.
She chose the wrong hospital. It doesn't even have catering.
Oh, you know that we're gonna have
There's
to give
no
up all of our time to help
appetizers.
her because she's just never gets it right. We're gonna have to basically raise this child.
Is this relatable, or is this very much us
feel like no, but I do feel like we were just painting a picture of just people and their parents, and just like everyone goes through a version of these things, whatever version of this.
Oh, well, I am truly happy to be here with you, my dear, dear family, because I didn't want to miss talking about this Women Tell All, because I have a lot of thoughts on this Women Tell All.
Well, I don't want to talk about it.
What do you mean?
I think we should end the podcast now because I just forgot for a minute, and now I'm back to how I did feel.
What?
Well, last night
I'm a little jet lagged. Vancouver, there's no time difference, but I'm still a little jet lagged.
Yeah, okay. Blame it on that, sure. Not what you did last night to me.
What are you talking about? I am
exactly classic. Classic. Make me feel bad. Make me feel bad for you for what you did to me last night in my dreams.
Oh my God, for a second, Evan, I'm sorry. I was so confused. I'm like, are you still pretending to be a parent? Am I misunderstanding what you're saying?
No,
or am I getting gaslit?
We're in reality now.
Okay,
you got to pay.
I didn't understand anything you were saying at all.
Okay.
What did I do to you? You said in your dreams?
Yeah. So you know how this is a classic thing where people are like, you got to pay, but this time was too far.
Okay, what did this was last night when
By
I
the
did
way, I've been dreamy lately. I don't know I'm on like night 5 of dreams.
Oh.
So someone's trying to tell me something, and last night was very telling.
What did I do in your dream last night?
This is not a bit. This is not me trying to make. This is for real.
What did I do?
You left me for Mel. You left. So we watched the episode last night, and went to bed like straight after. And so clearly
Mel?
it was in our minds, and you left me for Mel. And it was like, well, he's older and he's, got a great house. And he did have a sick house in the dream. He had like a total, like it was a 360.
So like you kind of got it.
It was a 180-degree view of the water. It was a gorgeous home. It was like sports car. I mean, like it was obviously like a souped up version.
Sure.
Mel. Like it was just over the top. And you were just like, I'm sorry, but I need this now. And and it was just totally like, I just want to sit in the lounge chair and just be spoiled energy.
But Mel wants to go. Right, so like I ain't doing no sitting.
But I'm just saying, in this situation, and you did this, and to be honest with you, it was rattling. Like, you know how in a dream you can't know that something's insane? Like, I bought it. Like, it was real. You were leaving me for Mel. It was devastating. I cried.
I'm so sorry.
We had like a heart to heart, and you were just like, it's okay. I love you, but it was like, hey, you know, this thing's run its course. And like Mel stole you.
Okay.
So Mr. Steal Your Girl. So, and now let's be real. That's more on brand. So maybe that's it too, is that it was like post show and he was going back to his old ways, dating the young woman. You know what I mean? So it honestly felt, and we met at like some sort of adult camp.
On brand, you have to remember adult camp.
Yeah, I don't know why we were at some lodge when he took you from me. Because it was in real time. It wasn't like we've been seeing each other. It was like in real time he stole you.
There's two things that I want
so
you.
So anyway, I'm ready to wrap this whole podcast.
I want you to
up.
hold my hand, and I want you to know. I want you to feel validated to know this isn't yet. Real. Okay, well,
I'm not in a physical space
yet. I'm not going to push your boundaries.
Thank you.
But I just need you to know that for two reasons, I need you to know that it's not true. Okay. Number one.
Oh, thank you.
Number one.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
If I were to leave you.
Yeah, it wouldn't be for Mel.
It wouldn't be for Mel.
I know. That's what's even worse. I think that's what made the dream worse. It was like, oh my God. Not even like the first 20 pick. She's leaving me.
And number two, why I know it's not true is, honey, I am much too old for Mel Owens. He would never bat an eye at me. I'm much too old for Mel. I'm not nearly flexible enough. I'm not nearly energetic enough. Like, there's no way I can't compete with these golden ladies, and I'm much too old. So it was just your imagination getting to
now,
you.
were you referring to Cillian Murphy as the one you'd leave me for, or was there like a bunch? I feel like
it's a great option.
I feel like you have someone else that in your brain that like you're ready to go with.
I really did.
I feel like you should expose.
I really did. But Cillian Murphy is a fantastic option. Yes, and I do feel like that's something that you would understand.
Yeah, I mean,
as I feel like most people. Let's be real. The people I would consider leaving you for, which I dare not even say out loud because I treasure and adore you, they're mostly made up in books.
Oh, so these are all Dartarius in the in the Sword of Doom 4 when he has 7 eyes and 4 penises.
I would leave you for Hades, Lord of the Underworld.
There you go. Okay,
so you know what I mean?
Hard to compete.
That's what I'm saying.
All your desires are met, you know?
Okay, let's talk about this women tell all because I have a lot of thoughts.
Yes,
I know your father has a lot of thoughts, and I'm really sorry that you're gonna have to sit here tonight or today with me, having to know that
having to do a podcast hours after an illicit affair is impressive.
Also, talking about that man and knowing actually who his final choice is, that it's me.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I get the final rose. He ditches
Nicolle
everybody.
Did the whole like, you're gonna choose me. It was like, really?
It's me.
After it all doesn't work out, he called you at a lodge.
An adult camp. Let's get into this. But first, we have to take a quick pause. So listen, if you've been watching The Golden Bachelor with us this season, you know that my anxiety levels have been, let's say, high. Between Mel giving us nothing emotionally, all of his beads, the lemon bars and lemoning, not getting any answers that I wanted in this tell-all, I have been on the hunt for something to help me find my calm. Enter Minnesota Nice, a trusted source for natural plant medicines that are all about helping you relax, reset, and reconnect with yourself. Their products are crafted with care. Things like Amanita muscaria, Blue Lotus, and reishi, all of which promote relaxation, enhance dreams, and support deep restorative sleep. For me, it's been a little bit of like a ritual now. It's a way to wind down and just exhale at the end of a long day, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Minnesota Nice is really incredible. They're actually the #1 supplier of Amanita muscaria in the U.S., trusted by over 30,000 people and known for their high-quality, ethically sourced products. What's cool is that their founder, Christian Rasmussen, started the company after his own journey using natural remedies to find balance and healing, which totally inspired their mission. And I love that they're not just about products, they're also about education. Their website has dosing guides, community stories, and all these great resources that help you understand what you're taking and how it might support you. It's all super approachable and grounded.
Exactly. It's not just a company. And all their sourcing is ethical. They work with 40 plus families around the world to harvest sustainably and earn several times more than they would in traditional jobs. So if you're looking for something to help you relax, recharge, or just feel a little more at ease, check out Minnesota Nice. Evan loves their Blue Lotus in the gummy form and in the tea form. I love their reishi for sleepy time. And check out those dosing guides previously. Minnesota Nice wants to help you find your calm. Go to www.mnniceethno.com/mom and dad and use code mom and dad 22 for 22% off your first order. That's www.mnniceethno.com/mom and dad, code mom and dad 22. Much love. Okay, family. So, by the way, before we talk about Women Tell All, just as a heads up, we found out at the end of this episode that I think we have 2 more episodes left.
Yeah.
I thought next week was going to be our finale, but I guess we're seeing the fantasy suite, and then we have a finale after a live 2 hour. You know, maybe we're going to get to know Mel and the ladies a little more this way.
And it's also looking like there might be an engagement, which is crazy. They finally, for the first time, showed like
holding a ring
clip, because they usually show that multiple times. So they really have been. It's hard to know, right? They're cutting this show so much. They're cutting it down so much to where it's like, even in this whole thing, they were talking about, the women are connected, and then they show these clips of these women having a blast together.
I know,
and
I'm like,
we thought the whole time they weren't even friends, really, because it's like,
I didn't even know that they knew each other.
What editing wise they've been doing? They've been showing us nothing about like what the vibe is of this show. So then all of a sudden, for the first time, they're showing a ring, and we're thinking, there's no way he can do a ring. He doesn't even tell people he likes them, let alone loves them. So I don't know.
Maybe they were like, Mel, hold this box, and then they via AI digitally imposed a ring in the box, and it's just an empty ring box.
Yeah, but it's just him looking at like.
But we're also not getting, I know we talked about this last week, but it's blowing my mind. We're not getting any hints. And now, I'll be real with you, I'm kind of locked. Because now they've almost used reverse psychology on me, when typically they're like, the most dramatic ending ever. You won't believe what happens. And I go, I roll, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, because we're getting nothing about what's going to happen.
Like, and follow up at the very end of the season to continue Mel's love journey. And you're like, usually you say, and never before this and that. It's just like, and show up for the rest of the show.
That's what I'm saying. So now.
You're like, maybe they're
they kind of hooked me, because now I'm real curious. Now I'm like, I assume
they're underselling it.
I just assume there's no way that he's going to get engaged, and because of that, then they're going to say it's the most dramatic because he walks away with not even a girlfriend. But because they're not saying anything, I'm like, does this guy for real get engaged? Because he has not even said, "I think I like you."
It's interesting. We'll see.
Maybe this way we're going to get to know Mel and Cindy and Peg a little more, because after the Women Tell All, I wanted to yell at the screen, and this isn't King Jesse Palmer's fault, don't get me wrong. He did what he could. But I just wanted to yell at the screen and be like, Jesse, can you please try to get to know Mel on screen, because I don't know Mel. So I'd like to try to get to know Mel. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Yeah. Also, at the top, I had 2 points that I'd like to make. Number 1, Jesse Palmer, I just realized, has not been around barely at all this season.
Yeah.
Right? Haven't seen him. The way in which he interacted with Mel, I think he hates Mel.
Interesting.
I think he doesn't like Mel. Because Jesse's typically
my boy, like it's dabbing up, they're golfing, they're doing the tennis, they're doing basketball, like every single lead he does a thing with. and there's nothing here.
Nothing. And all we know is that Jesse Palmer has taken like one photo that he posted of Mel where Mel was sleeping and he kind of like made a shady comment. And then of course he posts the obligatory standing next to Mel.
Sure.
But I'm sorry, during this Women Tell All,
Not a vibe.
there was no like,
No
oh
chemistry.
my guy, so good to see you. Like arm around Mel, nothing. Okay, so I think Jesse hates Mel. And my theory goes deeper because I think I know why.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So
Interesting. Okay.
obviously we talked about how JP and Mel are like the same. It's like looking at the same
like his
person.
dad. Yeah, exactly.
Or like
or like one of
him-
those aging apps
Yes.
where you just took a picture of him and then like did the aging thing.
Or
and-
Mel as him, as Jesse from the future coming
Right,
back and
yeah.
being like, don't do that podcast episode, you know, don't ruin your life, son. I mean, self, brother, whatever.
Self.
But this is what I think it is. So Mel, football player. Jesse Palmer, football player. Jesse Palmer, with past athletes on the show, it's kind of like buddy. We can, like you said, we can go golfing. We can, you know, play some basketball, throw around a football. When we saw Mel at Debbie's hometown with the brothers, and he was like, think fast. And he's like, which one of you losers? Again,
Yeah,
this is Mel.
which one of you
I
scum?
loved Debbie's family. But which one of you is actually the athletic one?
Right.
And, you know, he kind of had a little bit, he had an attitude.
He was trying to alpha them.
He was alphing them. I think Mel alphas Jesse. And I think Mel is maybe a better, more well-known football player than Jesse was,
yeah.
right? So there's a little bit of like you think
Played a little college,
like
big boy.
maybe Jesse was like, oh, you know, me and you, Mel, ex-football players, and Mel's like,
Please.
okay, ex-football. Like I think
Interesting.
that there's some alpha dog
Sure, I could see
dogging
that.
going
I could
on,
totally
and
see
I
that.
think
Little
Jesse
competition.
and Jesse's like, no. That's what I think.
See, I think it's more like Mel isn't doing well, and
What do you mean?
like Mel is ruining the season, and Jesse's like, I gotta go look for a new job soon. If
no.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's like, dude, you gotta like at least be friends with me. But like you're not friends with me. You're killing the show. You're a zero personality wise on this show. We're having to kind of like figure it all out. I don't mean in a mean way. I just mean literally. I think like everyone's kind of going, hello. You know what I mean? You're not giving us anything.
Yeah.
I get the vibe. He's tough to work with. Like they're trying to get stuff out of him, and he's like, no. So I just think he's not a part of he's not on the team. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He's in his own world.
I hear you. Now I'm gonna say some nicer things about Mel later.
Okay,
prepare yourself, everybody. I have a couple kind words.
Okay, love it.
Okay. I mean, maybe not kind, but they're nicer
Well,
words.
no, I mean, listen, like, yeah, it's one of those, yeah.
So just prepare yourself,
Okay, let's
mind,
do
body,
it.
and soul. But I do think that Jesse hates Mel.
I agree.
And I think that Mel doesn't like Jesse.
I could totally see that. It's not everyone clicks and they don't have a good vibe. It doesn't have like like usually they at least show some sort of connecting piece between, like, I don't think Jesse's been in the show less.
I know.
Like literally zero.
And we always see like the bonding moments.
There's always some
like Zach Shawcross
one-on-one.
begging for more Jesse
Exactly.
Palmer time. Jesse and Grant had a lot of one-on-one time
Yes.
together. You know,
There's always like some cool one-on-one time that they always share, but like not this time.
Jesse and GGT had a lot of time together. I don't know, everybody.
I know.
Just saying.
I know. We'll see. It's not looking good.
This is my other note that I wanted to make before we dive into it. After watching the entirety of the Women Tell All and most of this season, I have come to the conclusion, and I do not have DNA proof, but in my heart, I know that Nicolle is Parliament of Paradise Sean's mom.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's his mother. You tell me that Nicolle is not Sean's mom.
Interesting.
You know-
well, what an interesting take. And I love the creativity there, by the way.
Thank you.
Very creative to kind of think that way.
I appreciate your kind words, especially after I left you for Mel. It really means a lot to
Seriously,
me.
the fact that it's just disgusting. I'm complimenting at you after you've left me. I mean, this is.
But it wasn't a creative thought. It was like
No, it's a creative thought to kind of connect that, because it's like, yeah, you're right. She is.
it was a psychic observation. the universe was like, this is obviously the mother of Sean. And of course, we've talked about Sean's dad and, him being like, you're nothing to me. You're a disappointment. Da, da, da. And Nicolle is the mom who's obsessed with Sean and who gives Sean all these ideas, and they're all bad ideas, right? Because we see Nicolle
He's just incredibly bad.
Be in the war, trying to be the villain and then trying to recover from it and just fumble like we've never seen, and saying the wildest things ever. I'm a trailblazer. I had no game plan going in. It's giving Sean. It's giving Sean being like, no one's going to notice.
The big difference, and I have a lot of notes about Nicolle. Like, I was actually fascinated by her because it was kind of like, because this is real now. It's like the show. You never know what they cut, what they tweak, what they whatever.
I mean, they edit this too.
No, but it's hard to know. Like when someone's doing the we're out of the show now, and I'm just no longer trying to win you over, and we're just talking. There's these moments where you're like, okay, now I'm kind of getting, you know what I mean? Some people kind of turn it off more, or turn it on, or whatever. The one thing that was, I just wanted to say this one thing. It was like, the difference though is that he, her son. Sean.
Probably not here.
Sean's way more emotional. So Sean would react, and then he would get mad. He was hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And his whole thing was the fact that Kat didn't respond to me, and I didn't do it, and I'm hurt now. I'm lashing out because I'm not getting my. See, Nicolle is on a whole nother world. Nicolle is zero emotion.
Yeah.
Regarding the whole thing. It was fascinating to watch. She has no emotion when Debbie's saying stuff to her, when she's saying stuff back. It was just smiles.
Yeah.
So
until she played the emotion for
No. She had the emotion card for him.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the beef, the whole thing. She doesn't even track with the I'm disliked or she's not even tracking. Mm-hmm. That's why she's mom. I think I agree.
That's
because
what I'm saying. That's
she's kind of going.
She's not twin.
No,
that's not his twin.
No, mom.
That's his mother. Because that's his mother.
He's like a sensitive guy that wishes he could do what his mom does. He wished he wasn't affected by all this.
And the emotion is coming too, because it's like, oh, my parents, and then there's the disappointment, then I feel it. I mean, that's his mom. Picture her in some sort of gala dress, being pulling him aside and being like, son, get your shit together. But mommy,
stop crying.
But mommy loves you. But she's also, but mommy loves you, and you're my prince, and you look like a Prince Charming, and I love you because
that's the only redeeming quality about you is that you look beautiful.
Yeah, because you're beautiful. I love you because you're so handsome.
Yeah, but if you weren't, you would be disgusting to me. That's his mom. I love it. Okay, that's a great little.
Those are my notes.
I like.
Those are my only notes.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
But I just had to make those two declarations. So move forward with me, family, with this energy of Nicolle being Sean's mom. So now all that I want is if they, for some strange reason, end up doing Bachelor in Paradise again with the Goldens and the youth, that they have to have Sean back and bring Nicolle on.
Okay. I like that.
Or I need Nicolle and Sean to do some sort of content creation together. Please, I'm begging you both. We need it. Okay, so Women Tell All starts. We see Jesse for the first time in quite a minute, and then we see all the women. They're so cute. They're doing their heart signs at the camera.
Yeah, classic.
It's so cute, looking absolutely gorgeous. And then Jesse Palmer says, I know you're all asking, but Diane is not here. Yeah. And obviously we all are like, who's Diane?
And everyone's like, what?
Evan and I immediately stopped the episode, and I had to Google Diane. Yeah. And now I feel bad because Diane was a legend.
She was a hockey player legend. Loved her.
Yeah, hockey playing librarian from Alaska, a legend. But we did not get to know these women. So when Jesse Palmer goes, I know you're all wondering, where's Diane? I'm like, I'm not going to lie to you. These glorious women, I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I remembered the faces, but the names, I was like, I didn't notice anybody missing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Insane.
And that includes the top 5. I was like, who, what's their name again? I don't, no disrespect, but I don't remember. And that's then too when we hear, Robin makes a comment where she's like, really the love story of this season was my relationship with all these women.
Yeah.
And you
mentioned,
you
had talked about it, we're like, huh?
Well, you mentioned earlier where we were seeing all these clips
of them being
adorbs together.
We didn't see any of those.
We didn't see it at all. And we did get that season 1 of The Golden Bachelor.
They really they just did a good job like showing the bonding. They showed the connections. They showed the tearing moments. They showed the support for each other.
Yeah.
We did not. I mean, obviously the season 1 was just more that way in general, but like there was definitely more to be seen that we didn't see.
And they did that really well on the Golden Bachelorette too. Remember?
Yeah.
All the men that we got to fall in love
they
with.
were super connected, and they were hanging out after the show, and it was always just like it was very.
And so then too, even when we had the Bachelor in Paradise, when we're seeing like Gary again, I'm emotionally connected to Gary because I remember Gary, and it's Captain Kim. It's like, yeah, well, we saw him doing the song, and we have all our feelings about Captain Kim. Obviously, your father and I were raving about our King Thanos, our Greek god, Mark, who, by the way, congratulations to Mark. He is in a happy relationship. I think they just celebrated their year anniversary.
Incredible.
I miss Mark. I want Mark back on my TV again. But all these men, Pascal.
I know. Yeah. I know. Oh, God. Well, they were just great characters.
By the way, sorry, Mel, but you know how we were all like, Pascal got interviewed after and he said, I'd only do it.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting how there's certain people that can pull it off, certain people can't pull it off?
When he said,
like Pascal low-key said the same shit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, but he didn't pull. People were mad. But
I'm just saying, kind of the same. But everyone's like, "Oh, Pascal, stop! You're French."
Pascal, you're French, Pascal. It doesn't matter. But when Pascal said, I would only do the Golden Bachelor if the women were in the 45 caps, right? Yeah. And everyone was like, I can't believe that this man said this. But people were upset, Evan. Yeah. We weren't surprised.
We already knew it.
We
knew
it,
it
obviously.
Like,
but what I'm saying is that if they were going to keep Mel, why didn't they just give us Pascal?
That's a great point.
Because Pascal,
it would have been really funny for them to cut Mel and swap him out for Pascal. That would have been very funny. Like cut him for his comments and then give us Pascal. Be like, hey, if we're going to go with the young woman thing, let's give us the better version, which is like this hilarious, charming, every woman loses their mind with him. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
just more like
provided much more entertainment.
The comments were all so very upsetting. Yeah. But with Pascal, at least the comedy would be there.
Yeah.
The ribbing would be there. He's such a character that it would be like, well, at least I'm watching this and I'm feeling something for the lead. It can be anger too. That's fine. I'd be mad at Pascal. Yeah. I would have been very I'm disappointed that Pascal had those things to say.
Yes.
But it still would have been Pascal. It would have been funnier.
I agree. Completely agree.
Anyway. And then I also giggled because they were showing rewinds of the season. Mm-hmm. And because this season was so short, it was like watching rewinds of something you saw earlier that day.
Yeah, right. Like, let's look back on the season. And you're like, isn't this last week's episode?
It's like if I were to be, not with you or Mel, and I went on a date with somebody. Sure. And at the end of the date, I go,
let's look back on that.
Let's look back on our relationship. Yeah, and we saw a rewind of the past hour. That part made me giggle, kind of. That part always makes me giggle on this show when you're like, okay, we've only...
let's look back. And it's like, dude, I don't need to look back. Like, you're just killing time. This is a new episode, and you're just replaying old episode. Like, we don't need to see this. Show us the BTS, show us the bloopers, sure. Yeah. But like, we don't need to see what we've already seen.
Give me the stuff that was left on the cutting room floor, the footage that would be new for me.
Also, no bloopers this time. Is that normally at the end? No women tell all bloopers? Or is that normally...
No, my Bachelor brain is not working. I think it's during Women Tell All.
Yeah.
But it could be now. Maybe they're saving it. Maybe, again, they had to cut too much because Mel was saying inappropriate things.
Just the whole bloopers. Yeah.
They couldn't include it. The whole thing just beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so... Before we continue on, we have to take another quick pause, family. Throughout this season, we saw pics of Mel sleeping everywhere. And you know what? I really hope someone tucked him in and made him all cozy.
Sure.
I really do. And listen, I have officially entered my cozy era. It's that time of year where all I want is a blanket, a book, and zero responsibility. And let me tell you, I have found the ultimate comfort item, and that is Lola blankets. I actually first discovered Lola blankets when I was at KT's house. We were having a little movie night, and I put it on myself, and it touched me, and I literally said out loud, what is this? Because family, I don't I don't know how to actually. I wish we could put up like a touch-o-meter on the screen so that people could lean in and touch it. Maybe that's new technology.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's just kind of touch-o-meter. It's the softest thing
insane.
that's ever happened ever on the planet. Okay, it is the most comfortable blanket ever. I can't describe it to you. It's just too fantastic. No other blanket compares. I am not exaggerating. I ordered my own immediately, and when it arrived, Evan and Ember literally refused to give it back to me.
It's ours now.
And they sat there like a little cozy king and queen, all wrapped up, and I was like, that's mine. So now we have a few, because once you feel it, you cannot go back.
It's unbelievable. Unreal. Lola is the world's #1 blanket for a reason. It's made with luxury vegan faux fur and that signature 4-way stretch. So it's unbelievably soft, but also super durable. And even after a bunch of washes, it still looks and feels brand new. No pilling, shedding, just the same cloud-like perfection. Plus, they've got sizes for everyone. We got the large, which is perfect for the movie nights. But then I got my eye on the XL because apparently it's the biggest blanket on the internet, which is just, I want to be coated in this thing. And honestly, the bigger, the better, baby.
Oh, that XL is, that's a holiday gift for myself. And it's gorgeous too. It completely elevates the vibe of our living room. It looks chic. It feels glorious. And it's now officially my go-to gift. Everyone who visits ends up asking where we got it. And once they touch it, they are hooked. My mom's getting one. My dad's getting one. It's the easiest, most luxurious gift ever. So if you are ready to upgrade your space and your cozy game, please go try Lola blankets. You will not regret it. I promise you that. For a limited time, our listeners are getting a huge 35% off their entire order at lolablankets.com by using code MOMDAD at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code MOMDAD for 35% off. After you purchase, they will ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Wrap yourself in luxury with Lola blankets. Okay, back to it. So, we have some moments where we hear from the women. I will tell you what, Alexandra, I wish we would have gotten more of Alexandra when we saw that moment from the cheerleading date where she was like, the doctor told me that I had to sit it out because of my sciatica. And the doctor was like, I'm the doctor on set. And I never said that to her. That is iconic.
Well, it was really funny too because she was like talking about her sciatica, and then she's like on the stage jumping around. She's the one that was jumping around. No one else was jumping around. She was multiple times standing up, doing things with the whole thing, and like
she busts out the vibrator.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And she's like, they said I should use this for my sciatica. She's like, I'm willing to share. She's a character.
She's a total character.
She's funny, very, very funny. And again, if they would have shown us more of the women,
given her like a platform to do something funny and like just
platform Alexandra more.
Like there should have been funny moments. You could have used her for so many funny things.
Used her for so many things.
Yeah.
She was a kick. She was hilarious, and she was down for the comedy and the jokes.
Yeah,
with the vibrator busting it out.
Do you have a friend? She yelled at him. Like,
she's
very funny.
Great. She's great. So then we have our Nicolle moments. Okay, well,
the only real moment of the whole show. Let's be real.
Well, and was it a moment?
Well,
because
it was about to be. It just started and it was like, let's go. And then honestly, one of the great, Carol should be disciplined from the show. She should be fined. They should cut her. I love Carol. Up until this moment, though, now I'm pissed at Carol.
Carol, what were you thinking? We were really getting into something. We want to know about the lemon bars.
Carol out of nowhere just goes like, that's enough roasting. No more bad talking with Nicolle. And it's like, you guys, that's why this recap show exists. That's why the Women Tell All exists. And also, is to talk about moments like that. You killing it, it's like you're crushing your own ratings. You're crushing your own interest. Now no one can into it. It's like the let's all get along thing. It's like, you think they created the show so that everyone gets along? It's literally the point. Is to have a moment.
Well, and here's the deal. I get with the Goldens, it's more about friendship and everything. But at the end of the day, Nicolle did say those things and kind of even on stage during the Women Tell All was making her own bed by immediately so they're showing clips and Nicolle and Mel were sucking each other's faces.
Like they cut like their seriousness.
When they were like vacuuming on each other's mouths. Like it was some wild making out. And Jesse immediately said, he's like, yeah, you two were doing an awful lot of kissing. And, you know, Nicolle right away comes out and says that she came into the show with no strategy. She came in with no strategy. It was just her being her. So let's be real here. The woman is looking in the camera, truly giving us a blatant lie by saying no strategy, because she sat down and immediately told everybody her strategy, which was, hey, we have to, you know, perform a certain way. I need to be America's sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm dating America.
I mean, she came in with was it the strategy a mess? Yes.
Well, it wasn't even the problem with the strategy. It was like her exposing the strategy. You know what I mean? Like that was the issue. It's like, don't talk about it. Do it. You know,
kiss for the camera with me, Mel. But
and then she would say like, every time we kissed, the world melted away. And then in the same breath, we saw clips of her going, let's kiss for the camera. It's good TV. So it's kind of like, did you not watch? See, this is where it's her level. I can't tell what it is. I can't tell if it's confidence. I can't tell if it's just like delusion.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just that's actually also in the confidence bracket. You know what I mean? Is like delusional confidence. But like just saying what is blatantly and provably not true in a confident enough way to where you doubt yourself. You know what I mean? Like where we're going, did she? Did she not? Like she would just say things that were so obviously not true, and then look at everyone and go, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I know. Thank you. And you're like, thank you. No one said thank you to who? Like, who are you looking at? No one said anything. And she's just like hearting people. Like it was pretty wild to watch. And like when she would get into it with some of the women too, it was interesting to watch like the women have emotions about it, like feel negative or positive or whatever. And she would just be like, like, you know what I mean? As if you're telling someone, like the emotion didn't match what the people were saying to her. No. But it was bizarre to me.
But that's why it was so funny. It made me laugh so hard when she looked at the camera directly and was like, I had no strategy going in. And it was like,
it's like, Queen, literally, we just watched a clip of you talking about strategy.
You talked about your strategy, and you have a strategy right now as you sit here. You're playing politician's wife. Like, that's what's happening right now is you're sitting on this stage, hand holding, waving. Oh, my heart. It's so, you know, it was full politician's wife. There was
and the fact that like all this drama had happened, right? Like people had seen the show, people had not liked her. She'd been exposed for telling everybody. And then she comes in, not changing her personality or approach at all. And then goes above with like, and I'm a trailblazer.
Oh, that was so funny. She's like, I'm the trailblazer.
Just lie. And then it just goes, I'm a trailblazer. I was the one that truly like kind of went after him and kissed him. And also with the lemon bars, I was the head chef and all these were my like, it my just kept going. Not even registering that like this is making it worse. Truly incredible.
Saying that you're a trailblazer because you were the first one to kiss him makes me giggle. Because I think actually Cheryl quietly sitting there holding our Disney princess, holding Nicole's hand, supporting her. She was the first one who kissed Mel, at least from what we saw. And Nicolle being like, I was the trailblazer. It's like to say that to anybody to say that about their season when they're the first one to kiss. It's like, yeah, well, the only reason that these other women even made any sort of affectionate effort towards him is because I blazed the trail. So funny. But then we talk about the lemon bar situation for a moment, and we find out that Debbie is the one who told everybody that Mel liked lemon bars. So it wasn't even a thing that like everybody knew. Debbie came in and was like, hey, just FYI, when we had a conversation, like he mentioned that his favorite dessert was lemon bars. But we'd also hear, and bless these women, they're acknowledging that Nicole's the baker. So they were like, Nicolle was the one
who kind of said, let's do this.
Yeah, who was kind of like the head person putting it together. But then we're seeing her in the jacuzzi. And then she's like, yeah, no, I guess I regret that when I brought it to him. Yes, I was the head chef. Yes, chef. But I should have acknowledged the other women. And I wanted more. God, there was not a lot that happened this season, and there were so many unanswered questions about the lemon bars. There were so many unanswered questions about how the women felt about hearing Nicolle talk about wanting to become an influencer. There were so many moments that we could have heard. I wanted to hear more from Robin when Robin was like, yeah, I wish I would have told Mel sooner. And then Carol cuts Robin off. It's like, no, I'm curious. This is what I'm curious about, and we're not getting any of it. But then Debbie comes in. And Debbie comes in with the slam, and it was everything.
It was a great slam.
It was a great
But
slam.
it only is a good slam if the person you're slamming is even aware that it's a slam. That was my problem.
I think this one's
is we
dumb.
all go, oh shit, and then she just goes.
I think
She just smiled right at her. Didn't even register.
but I think that
You think it got her?
well, I think that Nicolle is putting on the politician face
Got it,
where she's
got it.
like, I'm fine with anything.
But it was a really good
I think you're going to hurt Nicolle where you're going to get where it stings when you talk about an influencing
Influencer,
career.
yeah, I get that.
And Debbie's like, you know, Nicolle starts going off about, she's like, listen, I have no regrets. And I came here and I want to
Yeah,
empower
that was
women
great.
in their 60s to pursue their dreams and their careers.
and find love.
And find love, which you know what?
Why can't you do it at the same time? Agreed.
But in and of itself, yes, I agree. And I think it's awesome if Nicolle would have come at it from the angle we've talked about where she's like, yeah, listen, I'm interested in maybe getting to know Mel, but while I'm here, I'm trying to set up some money for a future retirement. I'm still having to provide. I want to empower myself in my job. We'd be like, go off, queen. Slay, queen.
It's rarely about what you do. It's about how you do
It's then when
anything.
you're literally saying the season 1 women are ugly compared to us, okay? That's where you lost all of us big time. And then that's when Debbie comes in and was like, hey, we all felt dismissed because you said what you said about the season 1 women. And we hear your comment at the end, you know, knowing that there are still numerous of us there being like, call me when you're done with these broads. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Stole
it's
the
like,
credit for the lemon bars. You called the other cast ugly. You told them to ditch these women and come with you. You made out in front of everybody. It was many offenses.
many offenses. And so Debbie's like, you did not empower, you
Right.
dismissed us.
And she said you hurt me, and it hurt.
And
Like,
it hurt me. And she's like, you know what? You say that you want to be an influencer. You can't be an influencer if nobody likes you.
It was a bars.
That was kind of everything.
It was amazing. It was a great test.
Because it also is so very true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can, I guess, get notoriety on social media for being a villainous character, right? But I think when it comes to like selling people on things,
Well, there's a
you
difference
have to
between
be likable.
Well, there's a difference between being a villainous character if you're like usually I feel like the villain works in regards to like you're a rage baiter or something, or you do
Right.
stuff that like tries to get a reaction, or people hate you on a show.
Right.
You know, like you're like a Vanderpump character or something where
Right,
it's like,
right.
oh, okay, people hate to watch you, but they hate watch, whatever.
Yeah.
But like straight up, just like, hey guys, what's up? This is my like face cream of the day. Like, I don't think that really works, right? Like being like a hated person that's selling products.
And I don't think that Nicolle is hated.
No,
But I think it's like Debbie says, it's an unlikable thing where you're like, hey, you need to, like we've talked, like I just said 5 seconds ago, like, listen, Nicolle, the purpose of what you want or what you're trying to do, it's right there. If you just were maybe kind to the other women and didn't dismiss the other women, we'd be rooting you on with your influencing career. But because there's this unlikable factor of like you not being kind to the other people,
I think
it's
she
just
doesn't
like,
care about them, and I think that's really the issue. Is like,
Yeah, it
I was
shows.
watching multiple times. I kind of like zoned in on her. There was multiple times when like some of the other women were like talking,
Yeah.
and she was like this at the camera. And
staring
then,
in
right,
the
and then they would talk. She wasn't listening to anything they would say.
Yeah.
And then the person talking, they would like and say something kind of vulnerable, and all the women would be like, "Oh, we love you," and then she'd go like this,
Yeah,
like clearly not even tracking.
Yeah.
So I just think that there's that general aura of like, I don't care about you. This is all about. I mean, she is the walking example of main character energy.
Oh, big time.
Like, you cannot be more main character than that.
Big time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, she's and you know what, Nicolle, I really do. I hope that you walk away and you have a successful influencing
Yeah.
career. You know, for the sake of your fam and everything. I hope all these women
100%.
find success. But it was wild to watch. And then, like you said, Carol, I was so disappointed.
devastating.
When Carol
We were starting to get somewhere.
We were getting somewhere, and then and I think Robin was owed a moment to talk about
Yes.
her experience on the show and why she was going to say something about Nicolle and why she regretted not saying something sooner.
Yeah.
And Carol just cut her off and is like, hey,
Enough,
we're
everyone.
not going to do the roasting of everybody. And I'm like, Carol. And listen,
And I liked it too, because the older women too are so much more mature that they're all like, you're right. Where like the 20-somethings that we would have on, so they'd be like, well, screw this. I'm not putting up with this shit. Like, but we're like, you know what? That's not the mature thing. Let's love each other.
But it definitely was giving. It was giving. There's like a little crew where Nicolle is like.
Even though we like can't stand her, like
Nicolle
we
is
wanna,
like bad girl in charge.
Yeah.
And she's kind of giving popular character energy where it's a little bit like, I don't know. It's like Nicole's making the calls being like, I thought you were my friend. We went to that club last night and I helped you talk to that guy. And so like, I would hope that you would not come for me on television. And like, it's giving like, there's a crew that hangs out and gets margaritas at the high-end restaurants.
Because then when she
cried
not gonna, like, in front of Mel, it was like she cried and both women like grabbed both her hands like she was the queen. And she goes, thank you. So for me, you know what I mean? I was like, why are you grabbing her hand? Like she was awful to you guys. Like this is insane. Like what is in there? Just like.
Now I will say
not
then
awful,
Terry, but then Terry came in and was like Nicolle was she was nice to us in the house, and I don't doubt that. Nicolle did not seem like in the mansion that she was unkind. No. She seemed like she was nice to the ladies, that she was chit chatty, that she was a good time with them. But it was more than like when you hear the ITMs you're a little bit like, oh, that would have been like it would have hurt my feelings. Oh my gosh, all the cuts were like brutal. I thought we were good, and then you're saying like that no woman compares to you, and I
when
feel
you're
like
done when you're done with these ladies, come visit me, like just all those things.
But no, the holding of the hands and being like, thank you,
thank you is
Kiss
crazy.
The ring was,
and to go from 0 to 100 crying is like epic.
But you know what? Carol,
she's
her and Carol, they're buddies. It seems like maybe Terry's part of that crew too. And you know what? We can criticize Carol's call for ending the potential roasting session all we want. Carol is happy right now because her nephew, Freddie Freeman, is in the World Series and is crushing. Apparently, I don't watch baseball.
Yeah, he did some sort of thing.
But shout out to you, Carol, in that way, and shout out to your nephew. And
I know nothing about baseball at all, but it was really funny. I was walking by a TV the other day in a restaurant, and like the game had been on or whatever, and it was over, and he had these home runs or whatever.
Freddie.
Yeah, and I just saw him on the screen, like drenched in like them pouring drinks on him, and it just said Freddie Freeman, and I was like, I know that guy. That's the Carol guy. Like everyone's like, yeah, like duh. Like that's like one of the best player, whatever. It was just funny. I had no clue like what, I don't know if he was good, bad, whatever. It was just funny to see, like, it's like seeing a famous person and then just being like, I know him because his aunt was on this dating show that I watched.
It's so funny you say that because when I was in Canada, we went to dinner with the woman who played Ember's mom in the commercial that Ember was in, and the mom, she was amazing. Love. She wanted to watch the one of the games.
Right.
And first night, Freddie Freeman pops up and she says, "Oh, Freddie Freeman." And I go, "Oh my God, I know his aunt." And she right away goes, "Wait, what? Really?" Yeah. And I'm like, "Well,
not really." Kind of like
I'm like, I mean, like
show that she's
I know about Freddie Freeman because his aunt's on the Golden Bachelor. She's like, "Oh."
Like, what did you just say? I don't understand anything you just said.
But I'm like, I know nothing about Freddie Freeman, but I do know a little bit about his aunt Carol, who disappointed me during the Women Tell All.
Yeah, who pissed me off.
So funny. Now all of my baseball references are around the Golden Bachelor, which it's a weird place to be emotionally in the world. Let's continue. Let's talk about some of the girl talks that we saw. I think they called it girl talk.
Girl talk, okay.
On the Women Tell All. But we got to take another quick pause. So family, I think the golden gals with kids and grandkids will relate to this. Picture this. It's time for dinner. I'm staring into the fridge and there is some garlic and 2 pieces of string cheese. And I'm thinking, is this dinner? Nope. Thank goodness Little Spoon has entered the chat. I swear this has been my saving grace. Little Spoon delivers real food for babies, toddlers, and big kids straight to your door so mealtime actually feels easy. No stress, no planning, no panic Googling. quick kid meals that don't involve panic, okay? And my kid is obsessed. Ember loves Little Spoon. Her current favorite is the brunch lunch, which is antibiotic-free chicken, maple sausage, a blended organic smoothie bowl, crunchy organic hemp hearts and flaxseed granola, and a tasty mini zucchini muffin. It's one of Little Spoon's lunchers, which is like a fresh take on those nostalgic DIY lunches from childhood. You have to check them out for the kiddos. They're amazing. Ember takes it to school. It's fantastic. She gets that good nutrient food in those good nutrients. I love.
Yeah, it's so good. And listen, I'll say it. I've tried a few bites myself. Very delicious. I definitely steal it. Little Spoon is the rare combo of convenient and healthy. Everything is made with real ingredients, no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or dyes. And their recipes are made with pediatricians. They're packed with hidden veggies and somehow still kid approved. Plus, they've set some of the highest food safety standards out there. We're talking testing for over 500 toxins and heavy metals for total peace of mind.
And the best part, their meals and snacks show up every 2 weeks, so I'm not constantly running out of ideas. They've got it all. Smoothies, pouches, oat bars, mac and cheese, pot stickers, and now Little Spoon is in Target. So on your next diaper run and obviously obligatory candle sniff, you can also grab baby and kids snacks, pouches, yogurt smoothies, and bars. Plus, Target has an exclusive frozen line. Think their cult favorite chicken nuggets, meatballs, and sliders. Find them in the snack and freezer aisles. We are obsessed. Little Spoon is the mealtime hack parents cannot stop talking about. Try their no prep, nutrient-packed meals and snacks for babies, toddlers, and big kids. Get 50% off your first online order at littlespoon.com/momdad with code MOMDAD at checkout. That's littlespoon.com/momdad. And don't forget to use our show's code for 50% off your first order. All right, so then we had some of these girl talk moments, and I needed to mention a few of these. Number one, the Mile High Club, where Jerry was talking about how she's been in it, and then she wanted to clarify. She's like, listen, I am a Bible reading, prayer group, Christian woman, and people are like, what are you talking about, the Mile High Club? She was like, it was with my husband. It was very sweet.
I got to clarify here.
She's like, let me clarify.
The church called.
The church called.
The church called, and they're very concerned. They're like, you are presenting a very bad image.
And she's like, I want to let you know it was with my husband. And it's so sweet thinking about it too, because, you know, she's talked about her husband. So to hear like that cute moment where they're like, you know, running into
it was their honeymoon night, and they were already on the
sweet. It was so sweet. The impersonation of Mel. They say, hey, somebody impersonate Mel at a slumber party. Peg.
That was like a pretty solid hit. Like
it was a burn.
Her like stiffening her legs and walking around like Frankenstein was kind of funny, because we've said that kind of in the past. Like, he's kind of got that big retired like NFL vibe, where it's like not a lot of flexibility vibes. So the fact that she did that was so funny. Like, nailed it. It
also though kind of made me
like, wait a second, where are they at?
I'm like, Peg.
Was that a diss, or was that like just her being funny?
But like, it didn't. I don't know. I felt a little bit like Peg. I mean, but when I say this, I do not think that Peg is putting on a show.
No.
But I'm like, you know, pretending to like Mel. But I was also like, maybe Peg. There's part of her that likes Mel, and there's another part of her that's like suspicious of the things he said.
Interesting.
And is maybe a little bit like, I don't know. Again, guard up, but is like.
Agreed.
I have enough of my walls up with this guy that I'm willing to impersonate him and kind of go for it.
Yes,
you know what I mean? I just found that to be interesting.
Agreed.
And then there was a moment where we saw Nicolle with a few of the ladies in the hot tub, and she's like, I wish that we could just, you know, cut Mel into 9 pieces. What part of Mel are you going to take? And Debbie says his eyes, which is so sweet, so that he could look at her. Yeah. And then one of the other women says his muscles. And then Nicolle says, I'll be taking the unmentionable parts.
Which is the least shocking thing in the world. The least shocking thing. I mean, we knew she was going to say that. That was like, she walked right into that. We knew she was going to say something like that. No question.
I mean, ma'am.
I mean, he wears a size 14, Jesse.
When
like,
she
you know
said
what I mean?
that, I'm like, the objectification is wild. I'm like, listen, ma'am.
I'm sure Mel didn't mind.
Yeah, but whatever. I'm like, the fact that she's like, he wears a 14, Jesse, and blessings. Jesse Palmer was trying to like keep that.
Yeah. He's like, so anyway.
He's like, well, it's technically a family show.
Yeah. So technically we have sponsors.
But then we see, there's a break moment, and the break comes back, and Jesse has a puppet and Terry has a puppet.
Yeah, they're like doing it
and
off
it was
screen.
a really awkward. I'm like,
I mean, listen, this whole thing was very, we say this every once in a while, but it's like, it was very, what's the movie?
Hunger Games?
Hunger Games.
Oh,
like, it's
big.
got that kind of a fake smile, like clap, fake signs, like Team Mel. And I'm
It's
like,
nobody has that sign.
it's just, it was giving like, let's not step out of the bounds.
We're going to talk, when we get to the Mel part, I want to talk about why it was so Hunger Games-ish to me.
Okay.
But then we see a moment with Cheryl, our little Disney princess. I mean, she is so freaking cute. I cannot.
It's like she's made out of like marshmallows and candy straight from the factory. You know what she's kind of like?
Who?
Elf.
Oh, Will Ferrell and
Yeah.
Elf. Yeah, she
Just
is.
like, oh, what is this?
Is Santa coming?
Yeah, kind of, right? Like,
Yeah.
still kind of maybe still believes in Santa.
Like, definitely. Oh, Cheryl definitely
Right?
believes in Santa
Right?
for sure.
Like, you never know.
Yeah, just in case.
I know I've been handing out gifts to my children for 30 years, but you never know. She is something else.
It's so cute to me then too that she keeps talking about how Mel turned her into a princess. So it just really also leans into the fairy princess.
Yeah.
And it's also giving Disney princess, because it's like in typical just like Disney fashion, where in so many of these old stories where the prince gives us nothing.
Yeah.
It's like he barely does anything. And the strong character, the strong woman, you know, instead of focusing now, you know, obviously now they're changing it up, but some of these older ones where it's just like, oh, it's like the damsel in distress. And you're like, no, she was a badass bitch.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's just like,
She
but then
survived all the
But then this prince gives us nothing. And it's like, he showed me how to become a princess. He makes me feel like a princess.
It's like the show set up some dresses for you, and that showed you how to be a princess.
But it was Mel. I'm like, Mel didn't do anything.
Mel didn't do anything. Yeah.
I'm like, Cheryl, sweet Cheryl, who made you feel like a princess, was the producers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. And her crying, oh my gosh, all these dresses. I mean, it was fresh.
It's very cute.
And I really, really hope. Oh, we also see that she's still wearing a bracelet from Mel. And she's like, look, I kept this from Mel. He bought me this bracelet, and I still wear it every single day. And again, I'm like, the producers.
I guess you kind of love though. Like if you're thinking that way, it's like life is pretty epic, you know, all the time. You got to like keep it, you know.
I mean, I think that she's fantastic.
She's so sweet.
But what I really, really want for Cheryl, because look at what an open heart she has, is that she meets someone who truly treats her like a princess.
Yes, I
because she
agree.
deserves that.
She's
She's so sweet. But there was that moment where all of a sudden Jesse was like, and guess who's here? Your son and granddaughters. They're sitting in the front row, and then she's like, oh my God. And I'm like,
It's like they were there for the last
Didn't you
2
see them?
hours,
Weren't
probably.
you
You probably
staring
came
at
together. You think they were like secretly? It was very funny. It was like giving definitely either she's such a fairy princess that she didn't even notice them, or she's like, you know, auditioning to be Cinderella at Disneyland.
you know what? I could see her being such a fairy princess that she was just
She
like
didn't even
staring
notice.
at a photo of Mel the entire
Yeah, just
time.
like-
Someday my prince will come.
And there's just birds on her, like in her
Braiding
hair.
her
And,
hair.
yeah.
Mice at her feet.
Yes, exactly.
Just like, you know, helping her with her shoes.
Yes.
And then Jesse made a comment to like the son where he's like, your mom told us the beautiful story about your past. And I'm like, yo, that story was so
wasn't it like a
heavy.
super fucked up
It
story.
was so traumatizing. And I'm like, beautiful story. Anyway,
He's like, sorry, blinded by my teeth.
Jesse Palmer.
Yeah, it's like I get brighter every time.
And then we had a moment with Debbie. We hear Mel say in like ITMs that Debbie has a lot of good ingredients. And I'll just say, I certainly hope that comment was when they were doing their dinner together. So it was like a pun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a very weird thing to say, is that someone has good ingredients.
Yeah,
I don't know.
strange.
But we did finally see at the moment with her when she was leaving in the car, and she was struggling and she was
she was
crying.
really the one that took it the hardest, like by a mile.
Yeah.
Seemed to be all in. Everyone else kind of was just like, oh, it's sad, maybe a tear. But she was the one that was like, even when they showed it back, she's bawling, she's pulled, and it's like she was clearly in this thing.
Yeah, her and Mel, like, they had something. I know we didn't see a lot of them, but they definitely, like, at least from...
Or at least she did.
Her perspective, they really had this, like, connection, this chemistry. What I did love is when she talked about that moment where during the People photo shoot that Jesse was like, oh, you got to wear that wedding dress. She's like, actually, it was the women. I was going to wear something from one of the beach photo shoot portions. And all the women were like, no, you need to be the one to wear the wedding dress because... this is what you want and you haven't had the opportunity yet. And she was crying talking about it.
Debbie to me is the realist.
Yeah.
Because it's like she called out being hurt and the bad behavior from Nicolle. She was the most emotionally like in it. It seemed like in the process, she seemed kind of open and raw. She was kind of the real one for sure.
And also when she was coming I like that she came for Nicolle.
That's what I'm saying. It was like honest.
But I also then when she was defending Susan and Kathy in the season 1 ladies, I kind of got the vibe that they're like, she's buddies with them now. Yeah. Like Debbie's the one who's become like a franchise sweetheart and is like I think she's hanging with Susan and Kathy. I get that vibe that like agree. There's the Nicolle crew who are like, the Nicolle crew, they're like, we call ourselves the season 2 baddies.
Yes.
Because even though Nicolle apologized saying that like season 1 was less attractive, like we all think that
it's very honorable for hotter people to apologize to more ugly people.
But even though we did apologize, like in our we think that like we're absolutely like, better looking, so we call ourselves like the group chat is like the season 2 baddies, and it's like it's Nicolle, it's Cheryl, it's Terry, it's like
and they're
that
just like
crew.
texting like, aren't we so empathetic and sweet?
Yeah. Like and also so simultaneously hot. Yeah. Debbie's in the season 1 crew.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel it. Then we saw Mel.
Yeah.
We saw Mel Owens, and.
Cammy.
Do you want to hear my positive spin
I want to hear
first, or do you want to hear my negative spin?
I want to hear positive.
Okay. Here's my positive spin. Okay. We all know how I feel about Mel.
Yeah.
We all know how I feel about what he said.
Don't preface it. All right,
no, but it's
give
part
me the real.
But this is
right,
you need to let me.
Sorry.
I gotta get my rambling out, or else I can't. Get to
it's like a runway with you.
It's like you can't just take off. It's like you gotta set the table, as they say.
I gotta ramble up the runway.
Got it.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Sorry.
My new husband Mel.
He would never.
He
just gives you money.
Well, he just falls asleep when I'm rambling, and
you get to go get a
mother.
massage.
We all know how I feel about Mel. And what he said in the podcast, and seeing him at the hometown dates, where he literally is looking into the eyes of the children, being like, "I don't even know if I like your mother." Right? One of the wilder things we've ever seen in this franchise, but. I can appreciate that he is not selling a bag of goods. Like,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Last season with Gary Turner,
he was selling a bag.
We were all like, oh my gosh, our hearts are aflutter.
He is
with
the sweetest,
GGT.
kindest.
And then he all ends up telling all the final women that he's in love with them and promises that he's going to be with Leslie, and then chooses Teresa, and and then we're all like, we're heartbroken, and then everything that's followed since, you're like, this man was not who we thought he was, and he also then did this whole like, I love you, and the women's hearts were broken. And what I can say about Mel is I don't think that Mel's a liar. Now, the one caveat to that is that he looks, into the camera and is like, I'm so sorry for what I said about the podcast, but I think he's sorry for getting caught.
100%.
Right? He doesn't say, what Mel hasn't done is he hasn't looked in the camera and said, you know what? I didn't mean that. You know why?
That's not a lie, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because agree. Mel's not a liar.
Yeah.
And so Mel did mean what he said, and he does like younger women. So he's not going to look in the camera and been like, it was a joke. I didn't mean that.
Right.
I was just, shooting shit with the boys, and I said what I thought would be funny. No, because he's not a liar. Mm-hmm. And so I think Mel's actually an honest guy. Mm-hmm. And so if he chooses one of these women, I think he really means it. So I think the women can walk away and be like, I'm not still caught up.
Yeah.
He didn't sell me a bag where he told me that he was in love with me and then chose somebody else.
Yeah.
So ultimately, we saw this group of women who were saying, you know what? Mel was really great to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that necessarily means that he was like super wonderful and lovely and friendly, but they're not walking away feeling burned by the fact that he led all of them on.
Agreed.
Which I think all the women felt from GGT season.
Yep.
So I just want to say that Mel was honest.
Yeah.
And so I can celebrate that.
Yeah.
And during this part of the Women Tell All where Mel comes out, I felt, though he is not Mr. Chatty Cathy, and warm and snuggly, he said some nice things to Cheryl about how like your story is powerful and you were brave. And he took a joke with Jared Freed.
He did.
So, you know what? Do I love Mel? No. But I have to say, at least I'm not walking away feeling betrayed like how I felt during GGT season.
Yes.
While watching all the women feel hurt and betrayed and broken. The women aren't going to walk away feeling that way with Mel, I don't think.
Yeah, and it's like, I agree. It's like, there's something to be said about like, he is who he is. And he might like young women, and that is not a fit for this show, because that is not what the show about.
No.
But that's the main thing, and the fact that he's not like super entertaining, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
But again, it's mostly casting issue. It's a bit like you picked the wrong guy.
You picked the wrong guy.
But this, you know what I mean? But this guy is who he is. He's not like, it's not the GGT issue. So it's like, we're complaining a lot about Mel because he's not giving us a lot. We feel like the season could have really used someone else.
And what he said with the podcast was so rude.
Always said with the podcast. But at the end of the day, it's not like the classic, like you said, one big lie. Oh my God, he's this guy that we thought he was. It's like, he is who he is. We knew about it from day one. They just kept him on the show and now we're annoyed by it. That's kind of the situation.
So that's my thing with Mel, at least from what we're getting with him. I don't know what he's like in his personal life, but from what we're getting of him
that's all we can judge is what we
this
know.
Season is that when I think about a fuck boy, I think about a guy who manipulates,
telling you all sorts of shit that's not real.
Manipulates
Yes.
me and is like, you're my girl, and then he's actually like, got 15 other women on the side.
He's not told one person he even likes him.
Giving fuck boy to me.
He's straight up. I don't even like you. Again, this is not my fault. They kept me on the show.
I don't want to be here.
I don't even want to be here.
But it's a contract.
But we did. We're here.
So that's my
I like
positive.
That. I think that's a good take.
That's my positive spin. But then I have some other things that I do want to say.
Okay.
And you know what? They're not about Mel. It's about the production of this show.
Okay.
Which I will share in a moment, but we have to take one more quick pause, family. I got to take a quick pause and talk to you all about something that I love. Okay, I know it's technically fall, but I can already feel the holidays creeping up. The calendar's filling. The group chats are already talking about Secret Santa. And I've decided this year I am not doing the last minute chaos. I'm doing Uncommon Goods. Oh my gosh, they are my absolute favorite. I recommend Uncommon Goods to everyone. They make holiday shopping stress-free and honestly fun. They make it fun with thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts you can't find anywhere else. When I tell you, I get lost on the site because it's just like, it's joy. Every single thing is high quality, unique, often handmade, and from small independent businesses. So you're not just finding gifts, you're finding stories, which I love. Last night, I found this personalized movie ticket stub diary for Ember's birthday. It lets you paste in stubs from every film you've seen together. Cue me crying at 1 a.m, okay? And then I found a DIY pottery kit that comes with these like they're the mini paints and glazes. I mean, it's adorable. The stuff
So
on
cute.
Uncommon Goods is so good. It's
Their
so
website,
good.
yeah, seriously. And their website is seriously a goldmine too. You can shop by interest, crafting, foodies, sports, pets, music, whatever. And it's all stuff that actually feels personal, whether it's a handmade charcuterie board for your in-laws or a build your own hot sauce kit for your spice obsessed friend. They've got something for everyone. It's amazing. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. Many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches too. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season.
Yeah, and I also love, like you said, you can shop by interest.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. It makes it so smooth and easy to shop for the perfect thing for the person that you know what they're interested in. It's amazing. And one of my favorite things, with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've already donated over $3 million to date, which is just incredible. So shop early, have fun, and cross some names off of your list today. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/momdad. That's uncommongoods.com/momdad for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. Okay, so back to when they had Mel enter. And this is where I'm about to go off. I do want to note that Mel wasn't nervous at all.
No. Well, we know this. You think I was in the NFL? You think I get nervous?
He sat down and he was literally, but genuinely, he sat down and he was like,
no, 0% nervous.
Hey, ladies. Hey, Jesse. Like, normally we see a lead, a little bit of a dry mouth, a little like, okay.
Well, there's even usually a hi, Debbie.
Yes.
Mini tear up. What we had was so incredibly strong.
I feel like I owe you this explanation.
Like I just want to say, she's going, why did you do that? He's just like, it's good to see you guys.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, nice to see you all.
Nicolle starts bawling. He goes, crazy. Like, he literally goes, I think you're great.
Yeah.
I wish you good luck on everything.
I wish you luck.
He literally was like, I wish you luck, ladies. Like, that was his thing. Hilarious.
Though he said that he was nervous, at least at the beginning of the show, because he said, I think if you aren't nervous, it means that you don't care.
That's a classic sports vibe.
But you know what? I do love that. And it made me think of our daughter, because Ember said that to me a couple months ago. And I was like, Ember and Mel have that in common. That's Ember had this audition that she really, or a callback that she was really wanted so desperately. And she was really nervous about the callback. And I was like, are you doing okay? Like, how are you feeling? And she's like, I'm nervous, but it's a good thing because it means I care. So she's like, so when I feel nervous, like, I don't let it get to me in a way where I feel panicky, because it means that it's something I care about.
Yeah.
I was like, powerful.
Very powerful.
Stuff.
Now, I don't think that applies to Mel's situation. I think you just being on national TV for the first time is nerve-wracking. I don't care what it is. It could be a pie contest where you just eat pies. You're still nervous being like on national television, heading up a monstrous franchise. I don't think like his love is the nervous thing. I don't think he's like, I'm nervous meeting a bunch of women. I think I'm nervous being on a show I've never done TV, or like it's been, you know what I mean? Like,
True. After what I said. Now, this is where I'm about to rage.
Yeah.
How dare this show start off keep Mel as the lead after what he said on the podcast, start off this season with Mel addressing the podcast and him apologizing all night to the women, and then in the Women Tell All not acknowledge it. Literally, how dare they?
Well, yeah, because they don't want, they're not like, listen, they don't want to deal with any of this. So they're more like, people aren't really talking about it as much. Doesn't seem to be, okay, let's just let's wrap it. Why would they bring it up? It
made me so mad, because it's just like, okay, but also it's like, do you want ratings for your show? Do you want to get a little bit of a pop? Have the moment, let Nicolle go off. Yeah. Don't let Carol stop the other ladies, and let the women sit there and come for Mel about how they felt, bring on some of the kids, be like, I heard this and thinking about my mom going on the show, I was upset. Why would you say this? Like, give us a pop, give us something to talk about. And I wouldn't be surprised that they didn't do this if they would have ignored it the entire time. Yeah. But the fact that they started the season out addressing it, he talks about it multiple times throughout the season, and then we get to the Women Tell All, and there's no moment of like Jesse being like, so Mel, what happened, guy? Like, How did you feel? Or even like Mel, how did you feel when America was really upset at you coming on? I mean, if they don't do that at the live finale or the 2-hour finale, I will be so tweaked. Like that's.
Well, it was made jokes. I mean, Friedman was like doing jokes about it. So they kind of
thank God, at least for Jared Fried, like you know.
Yeah, but it's like they're so chill about it that it's like they're doing jokes about it. You know, if they were really trying to bury it, it would be like, don't do jokes about it. But like they're just kind of like rolling with it. I think that's the vibe. So they don't think it's that bad. I felt
very gaslit by the franchise. So I felt very gaslit by all of you because you're starting the season off this way, and then we're getting to the Women Tell All, and you're just going to make jokes about it and not have a conversation about it when there's like literally nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
There's barely anything else that's going on in this season for us to like even have a Women Tell All about, and you're going to ignore the biggest thing. I feel gaslit.
I'm sorry. I agree. I agree.
That really bothered me, and I felt double gaslit because Mel comes out and it almost felt like, I'm not saying that the women didn't believe what they were saying.
Yeah.
But the fact that the whole thing then was all the women just like saying how wonderful he is.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's
stop.
The Hunger Games vibe.
That was the Hunger Games
That was
vibe.
the like, everyone's got their like shining teeth and like no one's being honest about it. Like that's why Debbie kind of stuck out. It's because it was like she was kind of being real about something. She was like, I'm sad that we broke up. I'm pissed at you, Nicolle. I'm representing this. I'm empowering these. She was kind of in it a little bit more. She felt like a real person. Everyone else felt a little bit like political campaign energy where everyone's like, I won't say a bad word about anyone. Everything's fantastic. And you're like, okay.
Exactly.
Can we get some honesty around here?
And I was just like, I want an honest moment. I want, you know, one of the women to be like, and I know that's, you know, it's not like it's their fault, but I want the production to let some of the women be like, hey,
get some stuff off their chest.
It really hurt me and like it affected me and this is the negative thing. And hey, Mel, like, why did you say what you said? Like, why do you regret it? And why do you regret it? Like, are you going to address any of this? Do you think, Mel, that it affected your relationship with your final 2 women in any way?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just hope that they talk about it because that really bothered me.
You want a little drama?
It was so Hunger Games to just ignore the whole thing. Everything's fine. This is the perfect season, and you all love Mel, and you have your signs that say Team Mel, and all the women are just going to talk about how incredible Mel was the entire time, and he was nothing but a gentleman to them, and we love him, and he's our favorite Bachelor that's ever been, and our ratings have never been higher. Enough. What matched with that was Nicole's reaction when Mel came out, and she goes, I've missed you.
She cried 10 times harder than when she got broken up with. It was bizarre.
I've missed you. She's like, my feelings for you were so genuine. And she then had said too, she's like, listen, you know, for me personally, like, what I loved the most is that I didn't want to interview you every second that we had together. Like, I actually just loved just being with you. And it was so funny because it was her being like,
I don't know. I didn't answer a single question. I don't care about, you know, we didn't get to know each other really.
It was her moment of like, I know we just made out, but like I did that because I didn't want to interview you, which also, by the way, kind of shady to the other women. Being like, I'm not like these other girls. I didn't want to interview you.
It was I'm not like the other girls vibe. It was like, I am chill and make out and like, I'm just like fun. And all these other girls are like, you know, what's your plan and who are you and why did you get divorced? And it's like, that is lame.
That is
I am
so
not like them.
Needy and desperate.
That's the thing I love
right,
about Nicolle
Mel?
is that she's incredible with like dissing people at the same time, that like talking about herself and then meanwhile dissing everyone at the same time. She's a master at it.
And Mel the entire time is like, who is this woman?
Yeah.
He doesn't remember.
Yeah. Epic.
Then, you know, Debbie is like, you kickstarted my heart. She did ask him, she's like, was it because I had never been in a relationship previously? He said no.
I wrote down, he's like, no, I never thought about it once. He's like, yeah, because he's never thought about it with all the women he's dated that are like 26. He's like, none of them have kids, none of them have been married. So like most of the women I've dated have never been married and don't have kids. This whole you've been married before thing is totally new to me.
I just was like, I wanted Debbie to be like, why? Because we never heard why. I wanted Jesse to be like, why? Why, Mel, why did you leave Debbie then? Can you explain to us why these are your top 2?
Yeah.
There was no, oh God, makes me mad. But then Jared Freed came out, and honestly, Jared Freed was awesome.
Tommy Bahama Frankenstein, unreal disc. Fantastic.
Unbelievable. My VIP moment was the woman in the audience who, when Jared Freed said there's a lemon bar baking in my pants, and it cut to the woman in the audience and she was disgusted.
Pissed. Two of them, they were two friends, and they are not fans of comedy. Not fans of comedy.
Or at least Jared Freed's comedy.
Because that was intentional. Like, they could have cut to anybody. They cut right to them. It's almost like they had been seeing them making stink faces the whole show, and they're like, oh, it's just going to be great. It
was my VIP moment. It was iconic for them
my
to just
VIP
be like,
moment was at the end when Mel is sitting there and the fireworks are going off, and he's just like this.
The fireworks going off.
He literally looked like Frankenstein. It was insane. There's a shot of him not blinking, staring. No emotion, like Frankenstein. And behind him is just a cacophony of explosive fireworks. And he wasn't even blinking as they were exploding. So like most of the time in these shows, they're looking at it and they're like smiling or crying. He just was like this. Like someone forgot to turn the key in his head and like start him back up. It was so funny. It was like, I don't think I caught how insane those clips were.
I need more. I hope that next week we see a bunch of that
full
scene again.
Mode.
It was
very
wild. But that part, I did enjoy that part, watching Jared Freed, like the behind the scenes. And Jesse had said he's like the roast that you all are still talking about. And I'm like, okay, first of all, that's not the case. We've been
such sad sacks, but it's such
I'm so
true.
sorry. But it's just more like, okay, but that I did really enjoy. And you know why? People were, if that was what people were talking about, it's because the people wanted Mel to have to get spanked a little bit for what he said.
I agree. It was very funny. And but he did take it on the chin. I gotta hand him that
he
too.
Did.
He laughed at it. He loved it. Like
he had a really, he was down for it. He was a good sport. Mel handled it really well. Jared even said, he was like, hey, I appreciated that Mel, like, let me come for him. And I, shout out to Jared Freed because like he really gave it.
He did.
Like he didn't hold back.
No, he had some good zingers.
He had the one when Mel gave him a zinger back, when Mel was like, I'm here with the 40-year-old virgin, and then Jared right away, not a beat, goes, well, that's what you guys were. That's what you.
I mean, just even the lemon bar baking in my pants for you ladies is like, that's a very like on the edge, like ABC vibe. It was very funny.
I would listen, Jesse. I'm not trying to get you to lose your job because you're very good at your job, but I would love at least if maybe you and Jared co-hosted.
Yeah, just to add some like
if
spice.
You and Jared co-hosted like after the final rose together.
Yeah.
That we could have a stand-up comedian throwing in some edgy commentary.
Agreed.
would make it a little zingier.
Agreed.
But yeah, next week we got the preview. They're in Antigua, and it is Peg, and it is Cindy, and it looks like he has a ring, and I'm like, wow. We shall see. I wrote a couple more notes here, and I can't read my handwriting, but I'm sure it was fantastic what I said. Oh, also, I don't know if you noticed this, but during the preview for next week's episode, at first I was like, are they playing Interstellar?
Oh, was it?
What's that piano?
Yeah.
The piano part during Interstellar? Like Peg is on like the jet ski with him, and I'm like, are they playing Interstellar right now?
Sick.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy
but it was it sounded very close.
Similar.
And I'm like, this is one of my favorite pieces.
Yes.
Interstellar, the music from Interstellar. But my gosh, what a weird choice that would be to play Interstellar.
Although you've never seen Interstellar, which we need to get to. So she knows the music, but she's never seen the movie. You guys, I know this is insane.
I've never seen the movie Interstellar, but I regularly listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah, the sound
because it's the most incredible. It's unbelievable. So,
epic.
Anywhu, family,
love y'all.
We love you so much, and we will see you this time next week to talk about the fantasy suites, and we'll see what goes down.
Pinnacle. I was gonna say climax. It's gross. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
love y'all.
Too far. All right,
we'll
love
see
you
next
all.
week. Bye.